This looks like a job for Superman.
Hey guys, Rez the Collector here with another action, well, not an action figure review, actually a statue review this time. What we have here is the 1998 Superman Man vs. Machine statue. This is the full-size guy. They did eventually make a mini of him, but this is the full-size from '98, based on the art of Jerry Ordway and sculpted by Paquet. This is a key piece to my collection. I used to see this statue all the time at my local comic shop back in the early 2000s and the late 90s, of course. They had this guy on display, but of course with a very hefty price tag. He was $195 in the United States. I ended up getting him on eBay. I got him for a good price. Really happy. I got him in package. I mean, he had been opened on display with another collector, but I did get the box with him as well. Not that the box is really anything special. It really just has an image of the statue on the front of it. And there's a white box, which is how DC originally put out their statues. They didn't do the ornate boxes that you see now with like the Man of Steel line or the Batman Black and White or the Kotobukiya statues. It was a white box with a sticker label stuck on the front, and that was the box that you got. So let's go ahead and take a look. Obviously, we can see Superman here. You see that he's got these tentacles coming up, and I'll pan down so we can see the robot here in a moment. I just want to do a 360 on him first, because this statue it's massive. So to get the full look at it, I'd have to pull really way back, and I will at the end, just so we get a full look at it. But I'm going to go ahead and do this actually kind of in pieces. So we see here Superman. He is being held by tentacles. That thing in his hand is the robot's arm that he has just torn off. You can see here that the S is beautifully done. You can see that this is a more classic Superman, more Silver Age because of that gold belt buckle there, as opposed to the yellow one. You can see that this goes all the way around. You got a nice sculpt on the hand there. Everything on this is beautifully sculpted. From the ridges in the tentacles to Superman himself. The way that the robot is grasping his cape there. The sculpt work is just fantastic. Now let's pull it in for a closer look. You can of course see the yellow S there on the back. And just like I said, the way that this cape is pulled together, and I mean, it really looks like something holding on to cloth. Going back around here. Now, I do apologize. It's actually just a little bit dark. I apologize for that. I've got a lot of light in this room too, so I don't know what's going on with my lighting here. But there we see Superman. So let's go ahead and take a look at the robot. And I apologize, it's going to get a little shaky while I pan down. And hey, that improved my light. I didn't have that dark screen there in the background. And it also gives you a better look at that cape there with the robot grasping it. Now here's the robot himself. You can see he's got little colored diodes on here. Little electronic pieces. This is where his arm was ripped off. He's got the number 7 here in a blue circle. And those eyes are fantastically done. The one thing I found weird is the tentacle coming out of the mouth. Or is it being shoved into the mouth? Either way, it's kind of odd. We can see here the artist's name, Paquet. We can also see 1998 DC Comics here on the side. We can see a little bit more of the electronics here in the back. Actually, from every view, from every angle, this statue is pretty much breathtaking to behold. I mean, they did a fantastic job. When you get up close, you can see that the robot is kind of rough looking. He's got some rust parts on him. A lot of things aren't squared off. He looks like a robot that's seen some damage. But the amount of detail that was put into this, I mean, just the lining here, this little cutout space, those eyes, the ridges on the tentacles, the little diodes here lit up. We got red, red. There's a couple green ones. There's another red. There's green. The amount of work that was put into this is fantastic. I mean, again, from any angle that you want to display this at, it's gonna look great. Even if you chose to do the back, because you've got Superman in that profile. Basically, you know, he's fighting. You've got that big yellow S on the back, that arm being ripped off. I mean, honestly, I wish I could stick this on a rotating display in my case and just have it kind of spinning around, because it does. It looks that great from all angles. Now, mine is number 760 of 2800. There were only 2800 of these listed or made, so that's it. I mean, that's why I feel it's such a key piece for my collection. Is there's only, you know, another 2,799 of these out there. And you know that is not even an accurate number, because you know some of them have fallen, some of them are broken, some of them have been thrown away, some of them were destroyed in other means. So, I mean, these are getting more and more rare every year. So, I mean, anybody, if you're looking for this statue, I mean, it's going to disappear at some point, because they're going to be in the hands of just collectors like myself, and a lot of the other collectors you see on YouTube and not on YouTube who don't post their collections. I mean, these things are getting into private hands, and they're really not going to be coming out again. So if you see an opportunity to grab this bad boy, you pick him up. So let's go ahead and get the full look at him here. Pull back from my desk a little bit, which is my review space. And there you go. There is the full-size Superman versus Man vs. Machine Superman statue, 1998, Jerry Ordway. Amazing statue. Now, if you want to look at the box, I'm not going to pan around to it, but it is in my collection video. If you want to go ahead and take a look at that, it is on display with the rest of my statue boxes, so that's there. And you can also see this statue in the case with the rest of my statues, and he does just look straight fantastic in there. He's badass looking compared to all the rest of the statues I have in there. The statue level I've got him on, I've also got the Man of Steel coat of Paquet, I've got the Superman Man of Tomorrow, the Justice League Superman coat of Paquet, and the Christopher Reeve Hot Toys. And soon I'm going to be adding the Henry Cavill Hot Toy to that. So that's going to just look amazing. Those 5 up top, it's great. And like I said, if you have the opportunity to pick this statue up, even if it's just to pick up the mini, I mean, the mini's great too. Personally, I would have taken the mini. I would have taken either one of them I could get my hands on, but having the full-size one is the one I really wanted. So if you see it, grab it. One last thing I want to show you guys before I end this video. I've been working on my sculpting a little bit. Now, this is my first time really sculpting. One more time, scoot that forward. So I'm just going to slide him out of the way real quick. And this is just my first time sculpting. I went to the dollar store today. I picked up just some dollar like wrestling figures just to see what I could do with sculpting, just for fun. And this so far is the result. Kind of fugly. But hopefully with time, I'll get better. I'm using standard milliput to sculpt with. The S doesn't look too great. Of course, he's going to get a paint job here. He's going to have the standard underwear. You can see that I sculpted that on. The boots are kind of fugly. The belt looks okay. I like the belt. Overall, kind of fugly, but I'm going to try sculpting more, see if maybe I can get that into my customization, because I'm mostly just a repainting customizer. So hopefully I can get some sculpting in there, and maybe do some of the figures that I want to be able to do without having to pay a really high price. I mean, there's a lot of people out there whose work is fantastic, and it's worth it if you have that kind of money to spend, but I don't. So yeah, there's a couple of customs I'd like to do. For any of you who've seen my Justice Lord's custom, I mean, that's just a repaint. I love the figure. I love the way he looks, but he's just a repaint. There's figures like the Superman from Kidami at Earth's End, or Superman at Earth's End. That figure's very, I mean, that image of Superman is very cool. As an older man, he's huge. He's got this gigantic belt on. that one. I'd like to do like maybe a God's Fall, something, you know, along those lines. Eventually, hopefully I can get at least somewhat skilled enough to be able to pull something like that halfway off. I mean, enough so I can put them in the back of all the figures and, you know, maybe look okay back there if you don't look too close. But that's all I got for right now, guys. Of course, this is Rez the Collector. If you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I try to put out reviews as often as possible. I do have the Superman Last Sun figure, the Kotobukiya Superman for tomorrow, and a Marvel figure. I've got the Captain America coming out. Well, I've got him, but I've got that coming out for review as well. So stay tuned for those, and of course, as always, thank you guys for watching, and you have a great day.